It's Friday, August 7th, 2026, and you're listening to Blue Lightning Daily, the show that's generated entirely by machines, yet somehow still has the audacity to ship on time. I'm Hunter.
And I'm Riley. And yes, if we glitch today, that's not bad audio. That's experimental narrative texture.
Exactly. Today's big story. Adobe just dropped a connector that basically turns ChatGPT into a command center for Creative Cloud and Acrobat. You can trigger over 70 Adobe actions from inside ChatGPT. Not Photoshop lives in chat, more like chat tells Adobe what to do, and Adobe does it under your account.
Which is honestly the most believable version of this future. Because the other version is like, sure, let's do precision typography in a chat bubble. No, absolutely not.
Yeah, this is a workflow play. The headline isn't creativity, it's fewer tabs, less context switching, less where did I export that, final FIL v3 energy.
Wait, hold up. So who is this actually for? Because every time a tool says for creators, what they mean is for the person on your team who discovered the word reframe and now uses it like a weapon.
Ha. I mean, you're not wrong. The real power user might be the marketer, the producer, the project manager, anyone who's constantly asking for versions. But the win for designers and editors is you can offload the boring, repeatable stuff.
Like background removal, resizing, batch exports, converting a deck into a clean PDF. Stuff that's not hard, it's just spiritually exhausting.
Exactly. It's like turning ChatGPT into the dispatcher and Adobe into the pit crew. You say, make these product images into vertical story versions, clean the background, export as platform-ready files, and it runs the actions with your entitlements and storage rules.
Okay, but I want to talk about the first week win. Because creators hear 70+ actions and they're like, cool, I will use 2.
Totally. First week win is going to be social variant production. One chat thread becomes the place you keep iterating. Make it a little brighter, make another version with more contrast, now crop for vertical, now export 3 sizes.
And for video people, it's the save my timeline from death by 1,000 exports package. Like quick trims, reframes across aspect ratios, making cut downs without treating Premiere like a ritual circle.
Yes, but, big but, this doesn't replace finishing. If you're doing brand-critical work, high-end retouching, typography finesse, motion polish, you still go into the real tools.
Thank you. Because ChatGPT kern this headline is how you end up with a design crime scene.
The other place this connector is going to feel instantly addictive is PDF work. Acrobat tasks are the kind of thing that makes grown adults quietly rage. Combine, compress, extract pages, convert, redact stuff, that's all steps, no joy.
Oh, I'm picturing a whole genre of content ops people just whispering, finally, like it's the end of a sad movie.
Now, I do think there's a real line teams need to draw. Chat as a command center is awesome. Chat as an unaudited production pipeline is terrifying.
Especially if legal is involved, because the second you make it easy to redact, summarize, and export, somebody's going to automate a mistake at scale.
Right. Permissions and admin settings matter. 2 people can both have the connector and have totally different capabilities depending on plan, workspace settings, and region.
And file chaos. Like, I'm sorry, but creators already have file chaos. Now we're adding AI did it file chaos.
The classic, it exported the wrong version again. And now you have a campaign live with the wrong tagline because the bot was feeling confident.
Speaking of the broader ecosystem, this whole week has been about one theme: tools trying to become the front door.
Yep. Adobe wants chat to be the front door for routine creative work. And OpenAI's been pushing builders to use the Responses API instead of treating models like a chat widget, because the harness and context management is what makes automation reliable.
That's the quiet shift. It's not always new model, bigger brain. It's your pipeline is the product now.
Exactly. And on the video side, we've also seen MiniMax H3, also called Hailuo 3.0, pushing toward done-in-one video generation with native stereo audio, plus stronger reference controls like first and last frames.
Which is huge for creators, because AI video but silent has been the vibe for too long. Like, congrats on the pretty clip, now I have to do sound design like I'm Hans Zimmer on a deadline.
And then, there's provenance. The SAGA research system is aiming to identify which generator family likely produced a synthetic clip. Not just real versus fake, but whose fake is this?
That's going to matter more as brands run more AI media, because disputes are coming. We didn't make that. Prove it. Okay, which model made it?
Right. Adobe building traceability and workflow surfaces, platforms pushing disclosure, researchers building attribution, it's all the same arc.
Okay, back to Adobe for ChatGPT. Big philosophical question. If chat becomes the front door to Creative Cloud, do we level up creators or do we speedrun mediocrity?
I think it can go either way. If you use it to skip craft, yeah, you get mush. But if you use it to skip chores, you get more time for the craft that actually matters.
That's the key. It's an acceleration layer, not a taste layer.
Exactly. The human part is still taste, brand nuance, and knowing when good enough is actually not good enough.
My prediction. The real winner here is the team that already has a clean process. Naming conventions, folders that make sense, approvals, a brand kit. This connector makes good systems faster.
Yes. And if you don't have systems, it just makes your mess happen at higher speed.
Faster chaos, the most scalable product.
All right, before we wrap, if you had to meme this update for creators, what's the caption?
ChatGPT said circle back and Adobe actually did the work.
That's brutal. Mine is, when your creative director is a chat box and your interns are 70 Adobe actions.
Oh no, HR is listening.
That's it for today's Blue Lightning Daily, fully automated, lightly supervised, and occasionally possessed by the spirit of bad exports.
Thanks for hanging with us. Go subscribe and check out bluelightningtv.com for AI news and updates.
And if your connector exports the wrong file, just tell everyone it was a limited edition variant. Catch you next time.